This is Dr. M.K.O. Abimbola. I would like to respond to the call by President Obasanjo as he asked for the sack of Mahmood Yakubu and other Inec leaders at federal, state, and local governments. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo called for the dismissal of the chairman of Inec, Mahmood Yakubu, and officials of the commission at all levels as part of a reform of the electoral process in Nigeria. Mr. Obasanjo made the call in a paper he presented at the Chinua Achebe Leadership Forum, Yale University, in the United States. The annual lecture honors the late Nigerian writer Chinua Achebe. He delivered the address titled Leadership Failure and State Capture in Nigeria in a pre-recorded speech played at the event. In his speech, Mr. Obasanjo described the 2023 general election as a travesty, adding that the reform of the electoral system is a crucial agenda for the country. In response to former President Obasanjo's call for the Inec chairman's dismissal, I, Dr. M.K.O. Abimbola Abogun, I'm disappointed that the past president who had the best opportunity to fix the Nigerian electoral system is now demonstrating mastery of his failure. Former President Obasanjo was well positioned to restore a sensible, acceptable, democratic constitution and reform our electoral system at inception. Unfortunately, he was fixated on how he could perpetuate himself in power by pursuing the illegal third-term agenda and also instituting a brutal and authoritarian democratic system, which we are now grappling with, whereby few lawmakers made laws for the entire state assembly after fraudulently sacking the majority members. His one-party agenda would have placed Nigeria side by side with countries like Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea. I always thank those patriotic Nigerians who rose to resist those selfish endeavors by refusing to be bought by former President Obasanjo. After that, he conducted the worst presidential election in Nigeria's history, whence the victor, late President Yaradua, agreed that his ascending to power was marred with unimaginable irregularities. General Obasanjo should be glad that the current reforms in Nigeria do not mimic China's Cultural Revolution under Mao Zedong when the past and corrupt leaders were not spared. Otherwise, he would be unable to parade the street, talk less of writing letters and canvassing for reforms he failed to implement even when he had the best opportunity to embark on. Imagine if former President Obasanjo had spent his 8 years as an elected president to sanitize the electoral system instead of focusing on a third-term agenda, economy, electricity, and debt forgiveness that never outlasted his administration for a year. Today, Nigeria would have better economy, infrastructures, healthcare, agriculture and food sustainability, electricity and industrialization, amongst others. Former President Obasanjo's failure had robbed us the fundamentals of good democracy, which is the ability to conduct free and fair elections. President Tinubu should leave a better and more sustainable electoral system capable of ascertaining the sustainability of the Tinubu gains. President Obasanjo had his time in office as head of state and president. He should focus more on his farms now and allow our leaders to breathe as they write their legacies as well. Dr. Mko Abimbola is a Nigerian with a keen interest in Nigerian politics. Thank you for listening. Please send this video until it reaches former President Obasanjo so he can be reminded that we are still regretful of his failures.